Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. But if you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Keep in mind that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. So it's a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. Okay. All are welcome on this channel and all contributions are highly appreciated. Okay. Hope you all are doing wonderful and feeling great. Okay. On this lovely, beautiful day. Okay. 1 second. Ladies and gents. The download that I have collected for you is you do not have to wait to have a resolution. You do not have to wait to a particular day and time to have a resolution. If there's anything that you want to change or anything that you are desiring to change, you do not have to wait to a particular date and time to be appointed in your life to make that change. That is the message. So there's someone who's desiring to take a step forward. There's something you want to do. And Spirit is saying you don't have to wait. You can do that now. Okay? Now I'm hearing either walk the walk or talk the talk. Basically, Spirit is saying, are you all action and no talk, or are you all talk and no action? That's the message. That's the message, collector. Are you all walk and no talk? That means you're taking action. Or are you all talk and no walk? There is someone who is very enthusiastic, and this change is something positive. This change is something that will elevate your life, give you opportunity, possibly also, okay, I'm hearing change your perspective and or where you live. I'm getting different things here. And so, it's about either being about it or not being about it. So the action can be taken now. That download there reminds me of New Year's Eve, for those who do honor that holiday. Some people celebrate different dates of New Year's Eve, okay? And all are welcome on this channel. But, people are saying, well, this is my New Year's resolution. And that's fine and okay. It makes me think of that. But Spirit is saying that you don't have to wait to be great, to make the changes, to take the steps that are necessary. And they're saying to be careful with pondering and wandering. Pondering or wandering too long, collective, whoever you are. They're saying you know who you are and you know what I'm talking about. To be still for too long and you look up and time has moved on and you have took no action. So if this is a relationship, maybe you want to change something. This doesn't have to be separation. This could be maybe you're going to propose to someone. Okay, this doesn't have to be negative. This could be positive. Maybe you're interested in buying your first home. Spirit is saying you don't have to wait. It's a good idea to start house hunting. You don't need other people's opinion or permission to make a move in your life. So there's something, and it's coming through very strong, about needing other people's opinion or permission to make certain moves in your life. You don't need that. You can do these things accurately and efficiently on your own. Maybe you are someone who Maybe you have a best friend. Maybe it's your parent. Maybe it's an aunt, whoever it is, who you like to confide in. But Spirit is saying, do not live your life going off the opinions of other people. The opinions of from other people of when and how you should live. Because if you do, you'll find yourself missing out on a lot of great opportunities. Okay. So it's about being a self starter and initiating. Ooh, ooh. Okay, something about turning the wheel. Okay, I wouldn't be shocked if the wheel of fortune come out. It's about you taking the steps to initiate your own turn of fortune to appear in your life. I'm seeing like a wheel and a handle and someone turning the wheel and a person stepping towards it. It's up to you, collective, to take the steps in order to turn the wheel in your life. Having these conversations about your plans, your next move to everyone outside of you, instead of having a conversation within, with you and the divine, and moving forward and taking those leaps of faith and trusting the process, remaining optimistic. That is what will help you. But always basing your response or your ability to take action based on what people outside of you are thinking, you'll miss out on a lot of great opportunities. So that looks like that is the message. Be aware of allowing the opinions of others to be your key or your guide of how you move in life. We have the King of Pentacles, okay? This is prosperity, this is leadership, but this is determination. So they're saying be determined to stand in your power. And when I say stand in your power, we're not talking about competing. We're not talking about look at me kind of energy. But there is something, this reading, there is something you want to do very bad. You're real bad. Ain't that what they say? Real bad. You have a lot of enthusiasm and motivation towards following your dream, this goal, this hobby, this thing, whether it is buying your first home, whether it is proposing to someone. But for some reason you allow, I guess, the ego, those small voices to get in the way. One second while I blow my candle. You are allowing those small voices to get in the way of your progress. And so you have the right mindset and the things you desire. It's nothing wrong with your desires. It's nothing wrong with your ideas. What are you waiting for? They're saying, what are you waiting for? Nothing is in your way. As much as we talk about jealousy, jealousy, envy, haters, whether it's talked about in a tarot read, whether it's talked about in our personal life, there are great people in the world. There are great things happening constantly. It's the duality of life, the life that we live. And there is nothing in your way. This read is clearly telling me to let you know there is nothing stopping you. And even if you are someone who is assuming, making assumptions that someone is not liking you, blocking you, hating on you, they're saying, I'm not saying that they aren't, they're saying push all that to the side and take action. Get the moving, get the walking. Confirmation with the train horn. They want you to get busy. And often what I just told you is something that, that applies to everyone. Anything that we want to do, we need to push all the negativity to the side and just focus on our goal. So yeah, your world changing, the world card. So this is closing out an old cycle and stepping into a new timeline. So if you feel this marriage proposal will do that for you, What are you waiting for? The dog like, woof, 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 what are you waiting for? Yeah. We can't control other people, and nor should we try to. It's okay to be aware of who's for you and who's not. You're not going to be for everybody, everybody not for you. That's normal. That's natural. That is natural. That's not a terrible thing. It's not negative. That's natural. It's just like one saying that I've always heard, and I agree with it. If you're someone who has a lot of friends or associates, I call them associates, you can't mix everybody with everybody. You may have pure intentions, but everybody just isn't going to mesh well, and sometimes you will find yourself in the middle of some mess and you be like, wait a minute, you my friend, why y'all tripping? And it feels like it's a tug of war. But it's true because everybody isn't for everybody. And that's a natural thing. It's not a bad thing. But you can't mesh everybody. Everyone is not going to get along. Everyone is not going to have the same topic of discussions or opinions. Or someone may feel offended by how another friend may carry themselves or how they present themselves. Now, that doesn't make sense. That means you must be insecure within yourself. But it happens. It happens. Okay. You may try to introduce a friend and your friend walk on the scene. Oh, they think they all that. And they haven't said nothing but how y'all doing and waved at everybody. But what that is projection. People often project their energy onto each other. People do it on a daily. Like in the previous read, zhuzh. People will create a reason to not like a person. If they make them feel inferior, if they're jealous or they're insecure within themselves, people will find a reason to dislike a total stranger. If they can't control you, they will find a way to dislike you or try to create some kind of strife. Yeah. Now, that shouldn't be natural, but I was just about to say that's a natural thing. So we have the Empress here. The Empress is someone who is very nurturing, very caring. And there is something that you want to nurture and you want to show a lot of care and love to. Well, you better go and propose, whoever this is, male or female. Yeah, women propose too. Don't be shocked. You better go ahead. You ready to nurture and care. This look, you are in love. You got where you worried? Look, your answer is on the other side of this proposal. So whatever you're concerned about, your answer is on the other side. And if you are someone who wants to buy a house, start searching. People can give you advice, but they can only speak from their experience. And their experience is for them because we all are individually, uniquely, divinely created. Their experience is for them. It doesn't mean they're giving you bad advice, but listen to what I said. Anytime you get advice from somebody, they're speaking from their experience. They can only share with you what they know from what they experience on their timeline in their life. And a lot of times there are other situations surrounding how they feel about different things that they have experienced. So think about that. Rewind this video and listen to that part again. They can only give you what they experience as well as how they feel and felt and what they were going through at the time of that experience. And this could be information or advice on anything in your life. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you get advice from people, or if you are the type who allow people because you trust and confide in maybe your grandmother, your grandpa, any parental figure, any matriarch of the family, a best friend, whomever, be mindful of allowing their opinion to rule your decision. Be mindful. Yeah. 1 second. Yeah. Be mindful of that. And that's the truth. And I'm pretty sure they will tell you that. Well, baby, I can only tell you, baby, what I went, well, you know what it was. I don't know. Then some people will tell you, I don't know, go for it. There are very few people, very, very few. Maybe you can count them on your hand who will say, well, this was my experience, but you go for it. I want you to go for it. Follow your dreams. Live your life. So yeah, go ahead and propose. Never mind what you're hearing, because I'm picking that up. You're going by what you're hearing on TV, what you're hearing about the economy. Okay, you can't. Well, you can. Let me excuse me, correct myself. I apologize for saying you can't. You have free will to do what you want, but you can't live your life based on what you're hearing. Because as I notified the collective last time, everything that you're hearing on the television, a lot of this stuff ain't even came to pass yet. And some of it won't. Some of it will. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Some of it will come to pass, and guess what? A lot of it won't. So be careful, once again, with blocking yourself from sitting on your throne and being abundant and being happy and being grateful and being thankful and having options. Whatever your dreams and goals are, even if I haven't named them, this reading is still for you. Be careful with self inflicting stagnation because you're listening to what somebody else told you. Now I have to share a story. I wanted to go to, not I wanted, I did. I went to the store to make a purchase. But before I went to the store, I was on the phone with an associate, which y'all refer to as friends. And the associate said, "Oh, I wouldn't go there. They're not going to have what you want." Then they said, "I wouldn't go there. It's going to cost too much." I let them say what they had to say. I hung up the phone. I went to that store. Not only did I find what I want, I got it half off. Don't allow the opinions of people and what you're hearing on the television and what you're hearing from conversations distract you or discourage you from living your best life. Don't allow it to. And Spirit is saying a lot of this is going on. It's like you are allowing your energy to gravitate towards complaints, negative energy, whether it's on the media, television, conversations at work, conversations with your family, conversations with anyone, your spouse, in the break room while you're eating your lunch, what you hear on the radio. It's like your aura is gravitating towards this negative energy, all the bad stuff, reasons why you can't do it today, reasons why you can't start it today. Oh, this ain't a good time. I wouldn't do that if I was you. Oh, I did that, and guess what happened? The next person that tell you I did that, and guess what happened? You tell them, I'm not you. I am not you. Let's move on. It's just a time with the Two of Wands here is for action. The Two of Wands mean to take action, setting goals, but taking action. Spirit wants you more in this energy moving forward, not just in 2025, moving forward. Be mindful. Don't be oblivious. If you're into investments or you see anything that doesn't resonate, you can look into them, but don't become hyper focused where you're sitting still and saying, I'm not going to do nothing. No, keep on moving. Keep on moving. There's like an energy of people becoming complacent, becoming lax, and telling themselves why they can't do something. And it's not real. It's not true. It's an illusion to hinder you. And I didn't know that was going around, but I still had to say it this time. It happens. Be mindful, collective. We have the Three of Wands. Yeah. See how you're looking at the crystal. This is self-expression, creativity, and growth. So you are desiring growth and you want to express yourself independently. There could be something that you want to do, and it could require you to stand in your authenticity. Maybe you're concerned about it. Maybe you're concerned about what people are going to think about you. As you see how he's looking at this crystal here, like, So maybe you're concerned with the observation, the opinions of the observation of you. You see there's crystals in the back, but he's looking at this one in particular like, this one's pretty different here. I've got crystals, but this one's here. Look at it. It's kind of snazzy here. So you have to not be concerned with those things. You have to not be concerned. You can't be a care bear about other people's feelings and emotions about your personal life. You're not put here to make sure people are comfortable and to walk on eggshells. You're not. You're not put here to live a life like that. Oh, let me not choose this career because they're not gonna like it. Oh, let me not choose to do tarot because they're gonna call it evil. I had to put that in there. Yes, I did, and I did. Oh, let me not cut my hair this way because they say it look masculine. Oh, let me not get my nails done because they're gonna talk about me. We're not put here to coddle people's opinions or of you, period. You're not put here for that. You're not put here for people's approval. So whomever you are, whatever it is you want to do, as long as you have pure intentions of why you are partaking in it, it is okay to move forward on that. And yes, you may be looked at, and you may notice it, or you may feel it if you are empathic, or you have any intuitive abilities or prophetic abilities. All are welcome on this channel. Doesn't matter what your belief system is. Okay? You're supposed to be unique. You're supposed to be different. And it's going to ruffle some feathers. Some people need more ruffles in their life. Maybe they'll smile more. Hey, I would not block myself from doing what makes me happy. I would not block myself from having consistent peace and prosperity and happiness. I will not. And you shouldn't either. You should always do your best to make sure you have nothing less than the best. That should be your goal for you, for your family, whatever your situation is. Do what makes you happy. Do what floats your boat. So you have waited long enough. And this reading is a confirmation because there is no such thing as coincidences, but I'm picking up also you have had previous confirmations. Maybe you received downloads, maybe you received some kind of synchronicity, whether it was on a commercial or something, you was a billboard while you were driving or in a car, or maybe you've overheard someone having a conversation. And in this conversation, it was confirmation of what you have been manifesting or praying for, or what you're working on, or this thing that you want to do, and you're kind of indecisive about it. You could have Libra placement somewhere in your chart, or Pisces. I'm not saying that's what this represents. I'm just giving you the intuitive message. That's what somebody needs to hear that, okay? That's what self-awareness is about. Learning thyself, working on thyself, constantly doing the work. And when you're doing the work on yourself, you don't mind correcting yourself. You don't mind saying, my bad, I made a mistake. You don't mind acknowledging if you've done something wrong. And I'm not talking about to other people. I'm talking about with yourself. When you're learning about who you are, when you're learning how to step into your star power, when you're walking in your purpose, when you're working on your confidence constantly, when you're learning about your existence and your purpose, why are you here? When you're learning about your lineage and your bloodline, and and fulfilling your duties. That is most spiritually profitable for you, not for the people outside of you. So don't be fooled. You may have, they're telling me to bring it up, someone who you trust and love, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to love people, it's okay to trust people. But when it comes to situations in your life, for you and yours to be great, you don't need permission. You know the resolution is now. It doesn't have to be later. The resolution is now, collective. So go for it. And you could, and yeah, and see, now you questioning yourself. There you go. Well, what about this? See, that's what we're not going to do. We're going to be optimistic. We're going to trust God. You have no choice. You trust in somebody each and every day of your life. Doesn't matter what your belief system is. All are welcome here, because some of everybody peek in and watch tarot. Yeah, all kind of folks from all kind of religious backgrounds. Even if they peeking from somebody else's account or a fake account, everybody tips in, and it's okay. Yeah, it is. Everybody tips in, and it's okay. Everybody want to look. I don't blame you. I look too. I don't blame you. Somebody could have with the devil energy here. Capricorn placement. Okay. You have Damon here. You have Damon right here. So don't allow, and you see this person has their back turned and their hand in their pocket, and it's dark down here. But you see right here it's lit, and there's an arrow here. This card is depicting where this arrow and this light is the place that you desire to be. And this place could represent anything that your heart is desiring: a career, marriage, buying a house, a car, starting a business, starting a podcast. This could be anything. Writing a book, going to school to further your education. But his back is turned. So don't turn your back. You got your back turned, you got your head down, and spirit is constantly informing you to move forward. You just got to turn this bike around and go where the light is. You just got to lean forward and look where the light is. I repeat, you let me move my thumb. I got a beautiful thick thumb. Yes, it is. You just got you just got to turn this bike around and go where the light is at. You just got to lean forward and look where the light is at, where the pretty dog and the singing bowl is at. You got to look. Hope you can see that, collective. You got to look at things on the brighter side. You have to always see the cup half full. You cannot allow the ways of the world to move you and make you shiver and make you shake and rattle. You'll always have some form of resistance. But whenever you experience that, let that encourage you. Let that make your drive turn up. Let that increase your motivation. Like, ooh, let me turn up a little bit. Ooh, you said I can't. Nah, I can. But in a positive way. We're not talking about hurting nobody. We're not talking about betrayal. We're not talking about stealing from nobody. We don't promote that on this channel. But we're talking about doing it wholeheartedly, 10 toes down, for the right reasons and for yourself. And that's how you land on your feet. Nobody said it's going to be smooth. What does the pilot say before he take off? Maybe some turbulence. Maybe, no. Oh, it's when it's landing. Either or. When it take off or when it's landing. Either or. Maybe a little turbulence. But we're going to do our thing. The pilot like, we're going to fly this plane. Whether I got to land it or take off. You may feel a little something. But we're preparing to land. Make sure you're in your seats. And you're strapped up. Okay? And the plane keep doing what? Moving. Maybe you're about to take a flight somewhere. Go on that trip. Go on that trip. Go. Excuse me, blowing my candles again. I feel a need to announce it because I want to. Yeah, but going on that trip, somebody got tickets somewhere. Somebody got plane tickets, tickets you haven't used. You've been gifted a ticket. Somebody got tickets to go somewhere, and you're going back and forth. Should I go? Should I? Should I? You better go. And the flight already paid for. Oh, you really should be gone. Yeah. hmm Look at that. I got to do it again. So, soon as you turn this bike around, look at that. Look at Spirit. Soon as you turn this bike around and go where the light is, and soon as you lean forward and look where the light is, this is the optimism. This is seeing the cup half full. That's what the light is. This is trusting God. That's what the light is. This is having pure intentions. That's what the light is. It's optimism. That's what the light is. Look at the sun energy. This is the highest card in tarot. Very positive. This is the card. If you were getting a reading, this is the card you smile. When it come out, you just start smiling. You just start smiling. Happiness, positivity, success, increased clarity, and increased vitality. Okay? Representing completion. Completion, embarking on new as well. You can have fire in your chart. Sun, moon, or rising. You got the sun card. So Spirit is saying for you to change your mind. And then you can change your life. Change your mind, you can change your life. I want you to see the bigger picture. Look. So this concludes the read. I trust and hope that it assists you for your highest good. Later.